Alrighty. Let me just pull my questions up for me real quick. So, thank you for being a part of the Yaktown frequency. I am Yaktown Drew, and today I have my guest, R.W. Ploser. Again, the artist that gave us that beautiful track, My Brother, the memorial song to his brother Ken that he lost in a car accident. How you doing today, Mr. R.W. Ploser?
I'm good.
I thank you. I
I'm
thank
pretty
you.
good lately.
Thank you. So, what you been up to lately? What music have you been working on besides this project, Loss, Love, and Redemption?
Um, I have musically, I'm kind of just focused on this. Like I just finished that, and I finished the video for my brother, and I have some ideas for videos for the rest of the songs. But I'm sure as you saw, like you saw their videos there, but they're just the lyrics at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on doing like actual videos like I did for my brother, but I'm doing it all myself. So that took me like several months to do. So I don't anticipate all the other ones coming out in the next 3 weeks. Like
Oh man, you doing all the production and mixing and mastering by yourself?
everything.
Wow.
I have right there a 3 foot high thing of gear. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow. What what gear are you using?
see it.
Wow. Yes, you do. Jeez.
So there's a few things there to say the least.
Definitely a few things there. Wow. What's a part of the setup over there? Part of your three-story gear.
Cubase. I have a line 6 16 channel input. Um, a BBE vocal harmonizer, equalizers. Most of the stuff I do digitally though.
Oh, what
I
programs do
could
you
tell you, but yeah.
use?
I just use Cubase and a lot of plugins from Cubase
Oh, okay. Okay.
just to clean up the vocals and things like that and balance everything.
Okay. Okay. Not too bad.
The,
Okay.
the only physical one that like my microphone went through is a mic 2 preamp
Okay.
from Behringer.
Sorry. Sorry. So, for the people hearing you for the first time, how would you describe your sound?
Um, I try to keep it simple. Like one of my favorite artists right now is Ed Sheeran, and one of the things I like about his stuff is just the simplicity. It's more about the story, and it's less about like overproducing the vocals and having solos that aren't needed and extensive drums and bass, and it's the simplicity of it. Like it lets you enjoy the message more than the music.
I like that. A lot of, I don't know if you listen to hip hop, but a lot of hip hop songs do exactly that. I feel like they try to oversaturate the beat a lot just so that you don't focus on the fact that they might not just be saying nothing at all the whole entire time. It's funny. You
Hey,
sometimes when you finally start listening, you like, what is he even talking about? You like, okay, that's got nothing to do with the title of the song. I don't even think that go with the hook. I'm just gonna go to the next song. But I do understand not trying to convolute the song, make sure and everybody gets to pay attention to the song itself and the storytelling
yeah.
that you're trying to focus on, actually getting your message out there. So, what's the moment you realized music wasn't just a hobby, that it was also your lane that you can focus on?
Um, I'd say that started a long time ago, but it took me a long time to get to where I'm at
Hmm.
to be able to do that. Like I've always been around music. My mom was a singer, and I used to sit on the washer and dryer in the garage and watch her and her band practice.
She had a
And
band?
that's really like where my love for music started.
What? Your
Like
mom,
I no joke, my mom used to take me into like bars where she would play, and I would sit in the corner and watch her band play.
hey, that is pretty amazing. Your mom had a band.
Yeah, we had drum set, bass guitars, amps, PAs, like everything just set up in the garage. Like they had a little stage platform, like on pallets, like in the corner where like everything was.
Yeah, oh, that is pretty.
So,
That's as they say, that's pretty rad. That's having a rock star mom is pretty cool. I'm
yeah,
not even gonna lie to you.
yeah. Like I used to sit there and like hum along with her while they were playing. And the one thing I never could pick up though is the drums, man. I gravitated toward the guitar originally, and then I fell in love with playing bass.
Yeah,
But I, growing up in a house that I had drums readily available, like I only can work with two of these limbs at the same time. As soon as I throw a foot in, it all falls apart. It's like a
I
car house.
I
Like,
fully understand. Piano,
yeah,
I'm not great. I'm getting good. I could play it. My aunt is a pretty decent, pretty I wouldn't say decent. She's pretty good at playing piano. And she's been trying to teach me, and I'm just like, I don't know if my left and right side of my brain are working the way they supposed to be. I'm
my
like,
right brain isn't communicating with this hand, and my left brain isn't communicating with this one.
hey, I'm just like, I've kind of feel lost out here. I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, that's really where I started, and what helped is I met a one of my lifelong friends, Lewis, in I think it was the fourth grade. And in the fourth grade, that guy was just, I mean, over the top. Like he was way better than any fourth grader should have been on a guitar, like by far. And it was like Wayne's World, like I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Like
Wow,
he's the one that really like taught me the first few things I ever knew, and I just kind of went from there. But then I kind of felt like I hit a wall, like you were talking about earlier,
right,
and it, that was the first time I kind of got discouraged, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to get better than this. Like, well, I don't know if I should do this. And as a fluke, I had a couple other friends that were recording stuff, and we were all sitting there listening to it, and we all agreed there's something missing. Like we don't know what it is, and my friend Rob finally goes, "It's bass. We didn't put a bass guitar in here." And then he just looked at me and he's like, "Hey Ray, you want to play bass?" I said, "Oh sure, why not?" And I borrowed one from a buddy that was a bass player. And by the end of the night, I had learned five of the grunge songs from the 90s and just took to it like it was nothing.
wow.
So that's probably like instrument wise the thing I'm best at playing.
That that is a
So
crazy story. 4 years old. I was not expecting you to say he was a guitarist at four. I mean, I'm not 4 years old, but at fourth grade, I was like, a guitarist at fourth grade? I'm with him.
yeah.
That is very shocking.
He's one of those guys that he's almost like savant level. You
Mhm.
like there's times he's come over and hey, have you heard this song before? You know how to play this? And he's like, oh, I've never heard it before. Play it. And I would put it on, and he would stand there like this far away from the speaker, and he was just like you could see him just looking around, listening to it, and then he would go, "All right," and then he'd pick up his guitar and just play it note for note. I'm like, you d bag, like, you
I,
suck.
am right. I love and I envy those type of people and the type of artists and musicians too. I'm like, well, how
Yeah,
come it's so easy for you? I'm like, this takes me like maybe a day or two. I mean, okay, I got the cadence. Okay, now, okay, let me try it now. Okay, I got that
yeah.
part. Let me move on to the next part. But when they just do it, like they just get on the first try, the first playthrough, you like, really?
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
Back in
Nobody.
the day, like I mean, I'm 50, so I remember like the 80s when Guitar Player magazine and all that stuff was huge. And they did this article on this Australian kid. I can't remember what his name was right now, but this kid was like 10 years old and he was playing like Steve Vai stuff note for note.
What?
Like, shredding note for note. And I was just like,
What?
oh, you suck. Like, it's one of those things that makes you want to just go, I'm just going to sell this. I don't need it anymore.
Yes, oh wow. Uh, wow. I'm gonna have to look that story up. You said it was what magazine again?
I think it was either Guitar Player or Guitar Pro. But
Okay.
yeah, the kid was like this like 10-year-old Australian kid, and he was just better than most adult guitarists you hear today.
That
And
is
that kid was only like 10 years old.
that's pretty sick. That's
Yeah.
pretty sick. That's a great story. I'm gonna have to definitely check out that story right there.
It's one of those things where it's like somebody does something so much better than you do that you just want to give up.
Yep.
You're like, nah, he can have the
Like,
crown.
yeah, yeah, he got it. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to switch genres altogether.
I'll just be the peasant over here in the corner.
Like,
Like,
why do I even play anymore?
exactly. What did I even start this for? Come on. What am I
Right.
kidding myself?
Oh man. So besides Ed Sheeran, who were some of the artists that helped shape your sound, or it's like sounds that you were hearing growing up in the house?
um, Probably the most memorable one would be the first time I heard the Appetite for Destruction album. Like
Okay.
my cousin had the cassette, and my grandma, who she frequently did, would like hand me a grocery list and some money and ask me to go down to the store and get stuff so she can make dinner. And I asked my cousin if I could borrow the cassette. She's like, ah, sure. So she gave it to me, and I grabbed my grandma's list and the money, and I walked out of my house. And we lived like 5 houses down from the elementary school I went to when I grew up. And I had just crossed the street and started like walking down the sidewalk on the back of the school. And I heard ding, 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 ding. And at like the beginning of Welcome to the Jungle. And I stopped in my tracks and was like I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. Like it just it hit me, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Like, and I got back like 2 hours later because I literally was like walking as slow as you possibly could with my hands over my ears. And I listened to that. It took me long enough to get to the store that I listened to the entire album on the way to the store.
Wow.
And keep in mind, the store was like at the end of the block where the school was, and then you turned right and you went up to the next busy street. And it took me an hour to do that walk.
Oh, man, I know they was wondering, like, what is taking him so long?
That's what my grandma said. We're about to send out a search party for you, boy. My grandma had like a southern act, like a backwoods accent. She was from Indiana, so she had
Oh,
that southern drawl.
oh yes, I
So
definitely know
damn
that
loud.
one. Yep, I know that one. My dad whole family is from Missouri, and sometimes I'll be like, whoa, whoa, you want to slow it down for me? You want to slow it down? What did you just say?
Yeah, speaking of my grandma, like I did write a song about her too, but it's not on this album because this one's all about my brother.
Oh, okay,
I'm
wow.
thinking about doing one like covering other family members. Like I wrote one about my grandma, and I wrote a song about my sister that she doesn't know yet. Like,
He said,
so
I'm gonna keep that one on wraps.
I haven't played that one for her yet. So
Wow, okay, okay. So let's talk about the latest track and let's talk about what inspired it, which
sure.
is My Brother. Let's let's let the people know about the backstory of the song and how it came about.
Well, about 22 years ago, my brother Ken was driving with his wife on the freeway out here where I live, and his car broke down. So we pulled over to the side of the road, and we were always mechanically minded. We fixed our own cars. We never took our cars to the shop. So he tried to get his car to fit to work, and he couldn't. So he called a tow truck. And while like the tow truck showed up, and he couldn't get the car to run again, so he's like, I'm gonna have to tow it. And at the time, my brother had a 6-month-old son, and this my nephew was in the car seat in the back, so he told him take your son out of the car and then put the car seat in the cab of the truck, and then I'll pull your car up onto the flatbed and we'll get out of here. And he said, okay. Pulled my nephew out, handed him to my sister-in-law, and she was standing probably 3 feet away from the car. Like when you have the door open, like right at the edge of the door, she
Hmm.
was standing there, and he had handed her the baby, and she took my nephew and she turned and leaned against the car. And my brother came, like, got the car seat out, and as he was rounding the door, a car came off the freeway, ran over her feet, and hit my brother. And that's what ended up happening. The guy ended up, like, my brother ended up passing away from the accident, but the guy that caused it did as well. And so that's what happened to my brother, and that's what inspired me to write that song. Like there's another song on the album that's called the Time Stood Still, and that one is about the day that happened, like what I was doing at the time, not knowing that he got into that accident. So it kind of follows like my Kennedy moment,
Mm.
or like how everybody knows where they were on 9/11, or our
Yeah.
parents, they all knew exactly what they were doing when Kennedy died. Like that's my own personal Kennedy moment,
Wow.
where like I remember exactly what I was doing at that time. And so like the song begins with that, and then it goes into like the next couple days, as I mentioned about, you know, taking the vodka and locking myself in a room and writing that song. Like that's what that song covers, is the day that happened.
Wow. This album I could see is structured out of a lot of passion and a lot of pain and
Yeah.
thoughtful. It's a very thought out, deep album that is coming out to the people. I can definitely tell.
Yeah. I there were a lot of tears that came out. Like I probably fill a pool up with them.
Oh
And
wait.
some still come out. Like I'll play it in my car, and I'll just start bawling when like a certain part of a song comes out or a certain lyric, and it just I vividly remember like that particular moment. So
Yeah. Wow. That is a beautifully structured album that is coming out. I can definitely tell. I
yeah.
I'm loving the idea and the concept of it. Just I remember you telling me that one of the songs is you structuring it from the letter from your sister. And
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? I
Yeah. So
said,
that's Dear Marianne. When he was right when he turned 18 and graduated from high school, he went in the Navy because he wanted to go to college. So he wanted to use the Navy college fund
yep.
to be able to pay for himself to go to UCLA,
Mm,
which he ended up doing. Um, but he hated being there. Like he didn't like it. He was really just doing it so he could get the education he wanted.
hmm
And while he was in there, he had written the letter to my sister, which if you watch the My Brother video,
hmm
that letter that's like sitting in the top right corner of the desk is an actual scan of that letter.
I remember you telling me that in the
Okay.
messages. I was like, what? I said,
Yeah,
even the video is this descriptive and creative and thought out? I said, wait.
he was a chess teacher. That's why there's the chessboard. Like he started a business teaching kids how to play chess, and like he would go. It was kind of like an after school program. So he had a different school he would go to every day of the week, and every school had like 15, 20 kids that their parents had signed them up, and he would teach them how to play chess for an hour. So
Wow.
like that's why the chessboard is there.
Okay.
The tickets you see on the table are tickets, two tickets to a playoff game that he took me to for the LA Kings when they played at the Forum.
Ooh, and I know they wasn't cheap.
No, they probably weren't. He never told me how much they were, but by today's standards, it's probably nothing. But back then, I'm pretty sure it was expensive for back then.
Yeah, because I know playoff tickets now. Ooh, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
I, I was like, you gotta
you got
have
to pay
a
$800 for nosebleeds.
yeah, I was like, what? I think one the time I really was shocked is when I looked at WrestleMania and it was like 1,700 for standing room. I said 1,700 to
My
stand
sister
up?
just gave me the same reaction you just did, because my niece, and I didn't know this until a few months ago, my niece, who's like 9 years old, somehow got into wrestling. I don't know. None of the boys that my sister had did, but my niece did. And my sister's like, can you believe how expensive these tickets are? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes, WrestleMania tickets. It's like $800-900 for nosebleeds. I
I was
said, well,
so
get
shocked.
used to it because they're not going to get any cheaper.
Nope, no time soon. I'm like, huh. I'm like, if this is like this year, I'm like, I know 2026 when they come to SummerSlam in Minneapolis gonna be outrageous.
It is. Yeah.
Um, I'm like, well,
It can be pretty brutal.
yeah, I'm like, well, might as well start trying to get a 401k to start trying to drain if I really want to go.
Better start buying lottery tickets and hope to win by then.
Yeah, man, hopefully if I really do want to go.
Yeah.
So what is I know what I feel when I hit play on this song, but what is the personal feel that you would like to have the audience feel when they hit play listening to not even just my brother, overall love, I mean Lost Love and Redemption, the album itself.
Um, but mostly for me is I just want people to get to know who my brother was. That's really all it is, because the only people that ever talk about him are us that know him.
Mhm.
And if he was sitting here right next to me, like, we probably wouldn't be here if he was sitting next to me, but if he was, you would see why. Like, he was just genuinely one of the nicest people you ever met. Like, I touch on it in one of the other songs, like when I had a pretty big debt that I had to pay and tickets that I didn't pay for, and I got in kind of some trouble for it. And I had just thrown my hands up and said, you know what? I'm just gonna turn myself in and I'll just do a few days and it'll be done. And my brother's like, you are not doing that. I'm not letting you do that. There's no way you're gonna do that. And he gave me every dime he had and paid for all those tickets for me
Wow.
and never asked for it back. Even when I tried to give him some back, he was like, no, keep it. Like, he would literally take the shirt off his back if somebody else was cold. Like, he wouldn't care.
Yeah, sounds like the nicest, genuine human that you
Yeah.
met.
Like it, and that's kind of what my brother is about, is that's the one that started it, with like all the memories of like going to Kings games with him. And you know, a lot of people, say, they talk about like how their dad wasn't around and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
my dad was like present but not. Like, he picked us up when he had to because my parents were divorced, and took us over to his parents' house, and we didn't really ever do much. Like, the one that was more like a father to me was my brother.
Mm,
So he's the one that would take me to Kings games and Dodgers games and played chess with me and always like picked me up and dusted me off when I was down, like just like any good father would do. Like,
yeah.
and that's where that line comes from. Like any good father, at any given hour, you were
Wow.
there for me.
Yeah. Wow. You put a lot of thought into this, and I could
Yeah.
man, I'm so glad I get to be one of the people that help you make the story of your brother get out there. It's a
Thank you.
it's a great passionate story, and I definitely think that if you like you said was there, the light would be shining right now. So
Oh yeah. This light that's on my face would be the dimmest light in the room right now.
said he'd be shining super bright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is there a message besides just trying to get your brother's story out there that you were trying to capture about who they were as a person? You know, again, as you described, trying to let us into his light that he shined just on the family. But was there any other kind of personal feel that you wanted tried to capture inside of the album?
Um, I think more the message for me is don't lose hope. You
Mhm.
know, like, he never let me lose it, so I want to share that with other people, and I just want other people to. Sorry, it's
No,
kind of
you
getting me a
okay.
little bit.
No, you okay.
Um, I just want other people to know that there's hope out there. Don't give up. You know, if this music helps one person, it's all worth it.
100%. 100%. And I'm I want to be one of the ones that helps the next person, that if they're going through something, that your song connects with them and makes them reminisce and think about everything. And that one person that, if they are thinking about something that we all maybe you have experienced in your family. I know have experienced in my family where somebody takes their life. Maybe your song can be the one that actually brings them back and brings them closer because they needed that person that can feel and tap into that emotion that they feeling right then and there. So
Yeah,
I'm glad to be the one to help present that moment and that message that don't lose hope, fight,
yeah,
keep strong, stay sturdy.
and that's kind of the overall arc of the whole album is how much he meant to me in the beginning and like what I went through losing him and trying to find myself again. And that's why it ends with I can finally breathe.
Mm,
You know, I just after writing all these songs and making the video and listening to them over and over and everything, it lifted a weight off me and I could feel like I could breathe again.
mm. Ooh, that's a powerful message right there.
Yeah.
That's a powerful message, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people, especially when they hear it. Come in here Monday at 5 a.m. when it releases. I'm I know this song is going to touch a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's going to definitely resonate
I
with
hope it
people.
does, man. I hope it reaches the people that need it.
I definitely hope it does too, because there is a lot of people out there hurting in public and in the secret. They,
Yeah, there's so many people out there that are fighting demons that nobody knows they are.
yeah, just going out there paying on smiles for the people around them, and nobody even know that's just a mask.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that this song is one of the ones that I found, and I'm like, wow, if it connected with me as powerful as it did, I know it's gonna connect with somebody else as powerful.
Yeah. I
So,
hope so too.
so kind of try to brighten up the mood, just bring your spirits back up a little bit. So, if your brother was here today and he could actually hear the album and the song, how you think he'll hear it? Well, how you think he would take it?
um, I mean, I know he would be happy with it, and it, it's hard to say, man. Like he was a fairly quiet person. That's why when he talked, people listened. But I don't think he would be able to be silent. Like this would probably be the moment that he would probably be quiet at first because knowing it's about him and how much about the bond we had that and he was a sensitive guy like myself so I think he'd probably crack a tear or two but he's the kind that after that he'd probably be my biggest megaphone and run around and tell everybody look what my brother did look what my brother did like
I love that. I love that. That is a beautiful one. I can definitely probably see that too. That he probably definitely will probably be running around trying to, oh yeah, my brother made a song, an album about me. You gotta check it out. It's on YouTube right now. It's a lyric video.
yeah.
I could
He
definitely
mentions
see
me in all the songs.
it. Oh, so as an artist, has this working on this album and this song, has it changed how you approach music in general and overall?
I'd say yeah at, like I said earlier like writing my brother it came like instantly like
Mhm.
but after that I found it like much tougher to write things and it was only in like certain instances where I was like in a broken place and that's where the songs like came out better like they came out more natural and I think it's because when I was in that broken place I wasn't thinking so much about like does this rhyme with that or does this make sense
Right.
like I just wrote and worried about that stuff later.
He was actually,
And I think that's the thing that helped me most was just giving me the ability, like it almost distracted me from trying to be too perfect, you know?
yeah,
And it taught me like just write, like people that are struggling, like you want to sit down and you're determined to write a song right now, like that's probably the worst time to try
yeah.
to write a song is when you want to write one and you want to write that hit and you want to get those lyrics down. And it's like when you lose your keys and you're running around the house looking for them, you can't find them. When you finally give up and you just sit down on the couch, you realize they were in your pocket. you know,
Yep, sorry about that.
that's
Yep, I feel the same way sometimes when I come to that point of trying to write, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write this song today. Never comes. I'm
I
like,
mean, I've had thousands of instances where I was like, you know what, I got this idea. Like I heard like this little chord progression in my head, and I ran over and picked up my guitar, and within 10 minutes, put it back on the rack. I'm done.
yep, like I'm done.
Like,
Like not today.
but then there's other times I'll just pick it up to play it for a little while, and then that's when that progression comes back, and I start writing other stuff around it.
Yep, a whole song is born. You like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there it is.
There it was. There it was this whole time. It only took me a day to write this song in an hour. Not too bad.
I used to. Do you remember the whole thing about people were saying like what things would come out by before Chinese democracy came out?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Because Axl Rose had announced he was making this album Chinese Democracy, and he's like, "It's going to be here next year. It's going to be here next year. It's going to be." And people are like, "Okay, it's 9 years in now. Like, we're going to see all these things in the world happen before this album comes out." And well, he beat me. Like, it took me 22 years. Like, it only took him 10. He finally released it on the 10th year. He said he was going to do
You know, he said patience. Don't
it.
you can't rush a good masterpiece.
that,
Uh, is there
that was
any,
my grandma's philosophy to cooking. You can't rush a good meal.
see, somebody else has some great wisdom. I say the same thing. You can't when it comes to making the meal, even if you're as hungry as can be, you can't rush it. Because that's how you mess it up, and then you got to start all over again.
Exactly.
And sometimes you ain't got the ingredients to start all over again, so it's really gonna be bad.
Yeah. It's just your, this is what I made for dinner. You're going to eat it.
Said, well, we got frozen chicken nuggets today, so yeah, that's what we got. Is there anything you didn't put in the song that you'd like to say out loud here?
Um, I mean, like, I don't, off the top of my head, no. Like, I think when it comes to my brother, I got most of it out. Like, I really poured everything I could think of into it. I just wish he was here to be able to listen to it. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like,
Okay. He said, I pretty much done said everything I needed to say. I done got it off my chest. I can listen
yeah,
to it now. Even I know it still cracks you up every now and then, but I know that even you can listen to it now, and as you said, you can finally breathe. And it's like a weight off your shoulder. But how do you balance staying true to your sound while still evolving?
um, I, working with other musicians, like one of the things that I always prided myself on was not like pigeonholing myself into one sound. I've worked with enough musicians that I know there are some stubborn people out there. And
Oh man, yes.
when they write a song, they want it done exactly how they wrote it, and they're not willing to change anything.
Yeah.
And my philosophy behind it is give their suggestion a try, because what's the worst that could happen?
Y-
Like, the worst that could happen is you still don't like it and you want to go with the original, but there's an upside to that. What if their suggestion makes your song go from a 6 to a 9? and you're passing over that out of stubbornness,
Man, you're not wrong at
right?
all.
So I'm one of those people that like if somebody came in and said, "Hey, your song sounds great, but why don't you try this right there?" All right, let's give it a try. Why
Yeah.
not? Worst I could say is, you know what? I like your suggestion, but I kind of like it how it was before. But you don't know unless you try.
Yeah, you never know unless you try. That's for
It's
sure.
a musical Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah. No, you are absolutely right. Sometimes just a suggestion of your producers or another bandmate or somebody that you just brought to the recording studio that day, they can have a great suggestion. Might not be the suggestion that you would think it'd be the one that matches the song or the album or whatever you're working on that project that day, but sometimes 9 times out of 10, it might be something that helps.
Yeah.
It's just like bowling. I tell people you got to be able to listen to the person behind you because you can't see behind you, especially when it comes to bowling. You can't see behind you. So if you're doing something wrong behind you, how you know?
You know what? I have an exact example of that. Like my average used to be about 120, and I decided I wanted to get a new ball, and I went into the bowling alley, and the guy that ran the pro shop was a pro bowler, and he goes, "All right," and every ball I had made before that, they just took the measurements in my hand and was like, "Drill, drill, drill. Here's your ball." And he goes, "Come with me," and we went out into the bowling alley, and he goes, "I want to watch you just bowl a whole game." And I started bowling, and then he's like, "All right, do this, stand over there, throw it like this." And by the end, he's the one that drilled the ball that I used that got me up to like 190, 200. And then I bowled that 253 with. And it was just standing there and being open to him. Like, I don't bowl with my thumb anymore because what he told me, he's like, the way you bowl, you don't need your thumb. It's causing you to rotate too much.
Hmm. Okay.
So when he drilled the ball for me, it just had finger holes. That was it.
Said that was it, just palming it.
No thumb hole. Just, and it's like, that ball was so natural for me. Like it was the perfect ball ever. And then it got stolen out of my car. Who steals a bowling ball?
You know what? I said the same thing. When I went to Vegas, my very first adult tournament, I bowled with my team and we got done, and my teammate took his bowling shoes off and we came back. His bowling shoes was missing. I said, "So who steals bowling shoes? Especially after somebody just got done using them." I made
It, it wasn't at my bowling alley. They were stolen out of my truck in the apartment complex I lived in. Like, who does that? They
that,
stole my whole bag with my shoes and my ball in
that's even worse. Okay,
it.
that's a lot worse. Okay. I had my car taken with my bowling bag in it. I don't think they knew they was in it, but not somebody personally taking the bowling bag itself. Wow, that is pretty bad.
As a matter of fact, that was literally the the 2 days I was awake after my brother died, and I finally got so exhausted I passed out. That was the night my bowling ball got stolen.
Wow. Said kick a man
And
while he
I
dying.
could literally, like, from laying in my bed, could look out my window and see my car. And I had passed out so bad to that point that I didn't hear the car alarm go off. I didn't hear anybody breaking into the car. I was dead to the world.
Just knocked out. Man,
I was like 2 days of lack of sleep and filled with vodka. I went into a coma.
yeah, he says, yeah, that
My
sounds
brain said, "We're done."
night night. Yeah, that's wow.
I'm sure Chris Tucker was standing over me just going, "You just got knocked out."
Ah, that's pretty funny. That sounds like my 21st. If you ask me after probably about 10 p.m., I don't remember nothing. Just I I woke up. That's all I remembered. I'm like, oh man, what happened? Well, I don't
Well, what happened was
you,
Let me tell you the story.
you definitely had too much, that's for sure. I'm like, well, I can definitely tell you that because when my birthday was is not the next day when I was waking up. That's for sure.
There was a gap between your birthday and the day you woke up.
Yeah. It was like maybe a good day. I'm like, my birthday was, I believe, just like this year, a Thursday, and I was it was a Saturday. I'll just tell the truth. It was I woke up on Saturday. I was like, what time is it? Yeah, it's like Saturday, 12:30 in the afternoon.
What
I'm
the hell
like,
happened
wait.
to Friday?
Yeah, I was like, what happened to Friday? I'm like, I didn't miss 2 days of work. Oh, what?
I got to come up with a lengthy explanation.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be fired. What? So I definitely understand that not being awake when something happened like that. I'm like, I'm glad nothing happened. Jesus, dead to the world.
That's awesome.
Oh man. So I asked the other artists that I interviewed if you could do a collab with any performer, dead or alive, who would you choose?
You know, honestly, probably Ed Sheeran. Like I started as a metalhead. I had long hair and everything, and I'm just not that person anymore. I barely listen to things like Metallica and Megadeth and all that anymore. And 90% of what I listen to is Spanish music and Ed Sheeran.
I can't even be mad at that because I know I don't look like the ordinary metalhead, but I did the same thing when I was growing up. It shocked me finding this the fact that my parents had Nirvana and Metallica in their collection of CDs, especially with my dad being the most Christian man I could know
Yeah.
at that time. I'm like, not my dad. Not my father having a Pearl Jam CD. I was like, what? Let me see what this all about. And after that, for a while, I was Metallica, Nirvana, Pearl
Yeah.
Jam. I just went down that little phase. I'm like, okay, okay.
Yeah. Like I see these like duets that Ed Sheeran does, and I'm just like, man, I wish I was one of the people he would choose for that. Like, God, just
He said,
somebody make him call me.
he said, why not me? He said, my email is right here. Just somebody give it to him. This is my contact
Somebody
information.
just slide this across the table with a couple $100 bills on
Like,
it.
just take this and I heard he's a great artist and great guy. So just go ahead and give him a call. Hmm. So, working as an independent artist, what are some things that you think that newer artists maybe need to watch out for coming into the industry that you've probably seen or experienced?
um, I'd say the biggest thing would be like they all have a hunger for stardom and for the fame. A lot of them do, and so the second a record contract is put in front of them, they sign it,
Mm,
and without really reading it or without taking it and having a lawyer like go over it. And you see things like what happened with TLC. Like they
yeah,
were winning Grammys and got gifted like Toyotas as a gift.
yeah.
You just made that record label an ungodly amount of money and they were getting barely any of it themselves. They were still struggling to survive.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. Like when you get that opportunity, it's okay to take it, but take it with caution and take it with an open eye. Don't just blindly go, oh my God, I got a record deal. Done.
Yeah.
Like, because you could be signing away your creative rights. Like the last thing I would want to do is have somebody coming in here and telling me like on my brother going, you know what, we need to put something here and we need to fix that there and we don't like this and like, no, it's my song. Like, you
Exact,
know,
exactly.
like I'm open to suggestions, but when somebody wants to come in and like just dictate what you're doing, like you're taking the creative freedom away from that artist.
Hmm.
And when you sign a contract for that, look what happened with Prince.
Yeah.
He literally left his label and changed his name so that he could continue making music because he didn't like the interference from record labels. Like, and which brings me another whole story. How the hell are you at a record label and you think you can go in there and tell Prince, you know what, bro? This is how you do it. We're gonna do the song like this, and that's Prince you're talking to, man. Did you notice who that was?
Said you must have forgot who
That's
that
the
was.
Doves Cry, Purple Rain. You ever heard of those songs? Like, come on, like
That we must not be thinking today. We must not be using our brain noodles.
exactly.
Oh, I know you are 100% right. They definitely got to watch out for the industry trying to take advantage of those that's not paying attention.
And especially like parents of the young kids, like ones that are 15, 16, and record labels won't sign them.
Yeah, that now
As a
that
parent,
that's
be
a
careful what you're doing.
yeah,
Like,
that's another one too. So
yeah,
especially like with not even just musicians, like child actors and stuff too. You got to be super careful with contract and
yeah. How
not
many of them aren't here now because of like the stress of what they went through?
yeah, it's like or they
You
went
know,
down a drug-filled path from their teens to their early 20s and now just coming out of it in their 30s and talking about it and finally in their 40s like what?
exactly.
Like okay, we didn't know that your parents was taking 10 million off of the 15 that you were I mean the 10 million off of the 10 million you was getting. You was just getting $0 just able to go home, get a couple toys and stuff, and you thought everything was good. So,
They bought themselves a Mercedes and bought you a
yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah, okay. And then you see them years later probably sue the parents, and you like, well, who sues their parents? Well, somebody that was taken advantage of.
Yeah,
By the person that they was supposed to have protect them and love them, they got taken advantage of because the contract they had signed. So I'm like,
exactly.
it's a, it is a dog eat dog world, especially when it comes to reading that paperwork. Because if you don't, they definitely are preying on that you don't.
Yeah, and the other thing I would say is like, be open to suggestion. Like I said earlier, like I'm open to suggestion, but also stick to your guns. Like if you're an Ed Sheeran type of musician and they want you to play heavy metal, like that's not you.
That's yeah.
Don't let them change who you are.
Hmm.
Be open to the suggestions, like maybe it makes the song better, like I was saying earlier, but don't forget who you are or
Yeah.
why you're doing it. Like that's the two most important things. That's why a lot of these musicians go into deep depression because they're making music they don't even want to make
Ex
because the record labels are forcing them to do it.
yes, sir. I'm glad somebody else said it. I've been saying that for a while. I'm like, look at the musicians that every time you see them in pictures, they not really smiling. They probably making music that they really don't care for around people that they know ain't got their best interest for them. And now they
Yeah,
just now it start showing up in their music. You like you starting to notice that like this don't sound like my favorite artist no more. Well, because it's not your favorite artist no more.
yeah,
It's a totally different artist now,
yeah,
completely. They done changed the sound, the look. They done made them dye their hair. Now they wearing clothes like this. And you like, who is that? Oh, oh, I like her new look. She don't. He don't.
exactly.
Like, like he's actually miserable right now. She's thinking about how she can get out this contract right now. So I 100% agree. Be careful. Be open to the suggestions, but if it don't feel like you, don't do it.
Yeah,
Now, if somebody tell you, "Hey, you might want to put this legendary guitar riff inside of your rap song," me, I probably would jump on the opportunity at the nails dime. Probably be like, "Oh yes, sir. I've been always wanting to do that. So, which one did you want to try out?" Oh,
yeah. Slash called me and said, "Hey, I heard your song and I want to put a solo right in the
oh,
between 3:30 and 3:45." I'm
I'd
gonna be
be,
like, "What time you want me to show up?"
yep, me too. I'd be like, you know what? I wasn't doing nothing today, no way. I'm free the whole week, actually. Do you know want to do anything else? I've been wanting to do a song like that since Run DMC. And hearing them walk this way and
Oh, one of the
just
greatest collabs of all time between rock and metal.
you just can't
Yeah,
beat it. That's a great
or rock and
song.
rap. I mean,
Yeah, it's just a great song. And I remember the very first time watching it on MTV Raps, and then ah just the and they was going back over all the best songs of the 90s, and I'm like, what is that song?
see, I was already old enough by the time that song came out that I was already an Aerosmith fan, and I loved Walk This Way. And then MTV came along, and I was sitting there one day and I heard ding 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 ding, and I was like, "Ooh, Aerosmith!" And all of a sudden, dude starts rapping, and I was like, "What the hell from?" And then I was like, "But it works. This is awesome!"
Yeah,
Like,
it was one of my mind blowers too. I was like, this is legendary. It's why it's not more people doing this. I'm like, more people
yeah,
should cross over music like that. I'm like, then that opened me up to listening to like hip hop dubstep and dubstep
yeah.
rock. And my favorite from dubstep is heavy metal dubstep. Now that is one of my favorite types of dub right there. I'd be like, don't tell nobody, but I definitely, if you mix like some good Metallica into your dub, oh, you got me. You got me.
A great Deadpool quote. Does dubstep still exist?
It does, and it is pretty lively right now. Sometimes, they have their moments where they have their ups and downs, but right now
Yeah.
they're pretty live right now. They having a good growing right now. I've seen a lot
I,
of strong showings of new artists coming out with new sounds, actually trying to put new sounds, not just looping the next sound together and boop, boop, boop. Okay, made a song. Like, no.
yeah.
Actually putting time, passion, and energy into it, actually making something that the fans want to hear original. They're not just trying to sound like the next person over. So I've been trying to showcase them a little bit on the show too. The ones that I find that I'm like, oh, ooh, I like this one. I'm like, oh, this one is to be a good one
Something
at
that catches your attention.
yeah, I'm like, this one to be a good one at the club. Okay, okay. I said I can't do
Yeah.
it no more. I'm almost 30 now. I can't do it. I've been hurt something. It's
Oh, man, you're a youngin'.
yeah, I just had my 27th. So
My son's older than you.
man, my dad had me late and everybody always teased me for that. They be like, "Oh, you're so young." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. My first cousin is almost 50." It's
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm the baby of the first cousin generation on I'm like,
Like your siblings and all your cousins.
so, my parents, they're stubborn. They never listen to me. I always ask for siblings, so I had my first cousins. They always made sure my first cousins was around me. I grew up with most of them. Like a
Yeah.
couple of them came and stayed with us over the years. But yeah, I think while I was 6, I think the next youngest to me in first cousin status was like 20 something. I'm like, this is a big gap, and y'all want me to hang out with them? I'm like, I
And
don't.
we didn't have that. Like all my siblings and all my cousins, like we were all like my oldest cousin when he was 18, I think I was like 13. And
Okay.
then my brother, my sister, my older sister, that cousin's younger sister, like that cousin, like all of us were all within like maybe a 10-year range.
See, that's a more reasonable gap.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking for. I was like, can I just get like somebody my age? I'm like, I just want somebody that, I don't want to pick on nobody pick on me, but like, can I get somebody around here every single day that's my age?
I want to hang out with somebody who's listening to music that came out sometime this century.
Yeah, I'm like, my cousin used to get mad at me because I had this CD. I did wear the CD out to the point where it had so many scratches and it started skipping, but he gave me the gift of a Walkman and a CD that he burned with all my favorite songs. And one of the songs on there was Who Let the Dogs Out? Oh, He still talked to me about that to this day. He said, "Do you still have that CD?" I said, "No, it broke, unfortunately." He
I,
said, "Thank God."
I can't think about that song without seeing Will Smith pull up with Frank in the front seat singing that song.
Yep. That's what made me start loving it. And I was like, I love this song. And then I had him put it on the CD and it was his biggest regret. He said, "You played that song so much every
Laser gonna
single
burn through
day."
the CD.
I was like, "What? I was a kid. What? It was my favorite song. What did you think was going to happen?"
That's funny.
He was like, "But you every day you had to play it every day, every minute. It's a great song. Would you not agree?" I'm like, "It's Who Let the Dogs Out. You can't beat it."
Oh, you don't understand how many times I went through like playing Appetite for Destruction on repeat. But my sister got me back. Like to this day, I have trouble hearing everything I do. You know which song I'm talking about? For Life of Brian Adams, I think it was.
Yep.
Like every time I hear that song, I just go, oh.
I'm like, oh my God.
Like my sister played, and she didn't have the album
Oh
where
my
it played the
God.
rest of the songs.
She just had that one.
Played that one. She bought the cassette single, and all it did was just played it over and over, like 8 hours of the same song.
He said I could probably recite the lyrics to
I get
you.
like a little itch back here every time I hear it.
Oh, that's funny. That is super funny. Yeah, she like me playing Who Let the Dogs Out, then played that song to I'm pretty sure I'm probably one of the people that helped them get to wherever they are on the RIA metric system with their album. Probably platinum. If it was up to me, it'd be diamond.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, if Brian Adams got per play, my sister would have made him a millionaire alone.
Yeah, yeah, we probably would have been bad for our two artists. We would have been making them a lot of money. Like, you know what? Play it again, DJ. I ain't hear it the first time.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
so keeping it fun and light, what's something that fans would be surprised learning about you?
Um, I don't know. I've written a couple funny songs, like,
Like
songs
Weird
that you
Al?
wouldn't think they're a complete deviation from anything you heard.
Oh man, like Weird Al Yankovic type kind of funny or
Almost, yeah.
oh
But
okay.
so I play hockey, and
Okay.
there's a lot of terms that hockey players use on the ice. So I literally like wrote a song that basically just uses every single hockey term I can think of, and it's called "In Your Five Hole," and that's a hockey term. It's the gap between the hockey player's legs. This is what they call the five hole. So if you look at the net, it's one, two, three,
Three,
four,
four,
and right between their legs is five.
spot.
So the song is like the chorus is I want to put my puck through your five hole, or I want to put my biscuit through your five hole. Like,
Oh yeah, that's funny.
and those came about like when I was like recording the stuff for this album. Like sometimes it would get too heavy and I just needed a break. So I said, screw it. I'm just gonna get a break from this emotional stuff and just do something fun. And I wrote that one, and I wrote another one that's kind of like a song version of The Hangover.
Oh my
A
God.
guy starts out on a rooftop in LA, and by the time he comes out of it, he's like a legend amongst the Mexican cartels in Mexico because all the stuff he did while he was blacked out.
My God. Oh, okay. No, I gotta hear that song.
and and both of those are straight up like rock songs. Like uh, Five Hole is like kind of a punk song in a way. It's more like punk rock versus like Metallica rock.
Okay.
So
Oh man, I would. kill for some videos probably for those for those
Oh, I'm
songs.
sure. The five hole is like there's some wrongness about it because it's I basically took all those hockey terms and turned them into sexual innuendos, and that's kind of what the song is about. Like the guy is singing it to another girl. So, like,
Yeah, those visuals would go crazy.
yeah, that I couldn't imagine that. To do the video justice, it probably wouldn't be allowed to be played on TV.
He said, "Yeah, this one will be definitely for the video considered not safe for work."
Yeah.
Oh,
The other thing is, I don't know if you can see it right there or here. That's all my paint stuff. I paint too. Like I paint and draw.
oh, okay. So, what do you know? So, I guess because that was my next question. Was there anything that besides like music, non-music that you do? So, about
Yeah,
painting, what do you like to
I
paint? Like with landscapes?
um, one second, I'll show you.
Oh,
I got one of them I'm working on down here. Pull it up here. Of course, it caught on something. There we go. So I'm in the process of painting this.
what y'all? R.W. Closer is not just a musician. That that right there. Oh my goodness. You that is that is so good. It's so you
She like sea turtles.
mm, mm,
Can't see that too loud because she's right there.
yeah. Oh, big surprise, big surprise. I remember I set up a surprise for my parents' anniversary that I'm pretty sure that they would have loved if they went to California, but I that was top notch high def paint right there. What type of paint do you use? You
Just
use
your standard Michaels stuff.
okay,
Just acrylic
okay,
paint.
acrylic.
Yeah. Acrylic paint, and I have an airbrush down here that I do like blending with. I man, I probably my biggest like frustration is I have a lot of trouble like transitioning from one color to the other with a brush.
Mm,
So I tend to like do the whole thing, and then when I want to like add a gradient from one color to the other, I usually do that with an airbrush, and I kind of
gotcha.
just smooth over that transition because I it ends up like you just see a sharp line, and I my brain can't. Yeah,
Uh,
like
you don't feel bad. My dad is the painter slash drawer of the whole of my family and him and his twin brother. I'm like, how come it skipped me? I was like, all the times I'm in elementary
like
doing
what about me?
yeah, I'm like, all the times in elementary I'm doing the art class stuff. I'm like, what about me?
And
What what happened to my artistic
then
skills?
I don't know how good this will come through because I only have them on my phone right now, but I drew that,
Oh, yeah,
and then
these
I drew that,
oh my goodness, these is high. These is definitely
and that one, and this one. There's a lot of detail you can't see until you really zoom in on it.
is that supposed to be the pearly gates?
Yep,
Wow.
it's the pearly gates, music, and what I love. And put it all together.
Oh my, y'all,
And then
again.
I drew this too.
Ooh, got soul right there.
So those are a few of the other things I've drawn.
Wow. Mm, you a jack of all trades. Okay.
Let's see. And I airbrushed this one too.
Ooh. You gonna get a call from an anime artist soon. Keep the airbrush and stuff like that.
And then I painted that.
That's just a paint. I would have thought that was a sculpt. Sir, that's not a painting. That's a
No,
sculpture.
it's a statue, but I painted it.
Oh, okay. I was like, that that's gotta be a
And
sculpt.
then
I'm like, it's
the
too
little
good.
bowl in front of her, I just melted red candle into it until it started overflowing.
What? That that is you are talented, sir. That is beautiful. Like I'm I'm like you, my dad, and my uncle. Y'all got me like, I wish where was my where was my drawing painting abilities?
Where was that line on career day?
I'm like, I like painting and stuff. I just look like Bambi trying to paint. I'm like, it just does not work out. The best thing I ever was good at doing in art class, and my art teacher in the second grade used to make me feel so bad about it. She'd be like, "You could draw a flag." I'm like, "It's just a rectangle. Who can't draw a rectangle?"
You know, I messed it up.
I'm like, "Of course I could do a good flag. It's a rectangle. You ain't got to do too much." Um,
Awesome.
oh, she used to make me feel so bad sometimes. You colored out of the side of the lines again, Mr. Senso. I know. I'm trying, okay?
I There's one piece of artwork that is gone to this world. It'll never be found again that I did when I was in elementary school, and I wish I had it. It was at the height of Top Gun,
Oh,
and we had to write a story. Like our project in school was we had to write a story. So I took Top Gun and merged it with the Ninja Turtles, and I called it Top Turtle.
ah,
And it was literally about like one of the Ninja Turtles being a like Tomcat fighter pilot. And it was a whole book. Like I wrote the story and I did all the artwork for it. And I don't know whatever happened to that, but I wish I still had that. But I'm pretty sure it's just gone in the world at this point.
that that would have been a top notch, probably. Oh, it'd have been a top notch comic. That'd have been a top notch comic
Probably.
book. A top.
I have like I think I had mentioned to you that I'm a writer as well, and I have a couple scripts that like a script for like a animated TV show, and I finished a script for a movie like a few months ago. But
Man.
I like writing them, but I don't know what to do with them after that. So I wrote them and they're just sitting there. Like I got the satisfaction of writing it. I'm good.
Always good animated. Cause
Yeah,
a Top Gun Ninja Turtle crossover sound. I'm just thinking about it, and that would probably be some awesome stuff to see.
yeah.
A fighter jet flying turtle. Oh, a
I
turtle.
literally like on the cover had drawn like an angle where you're kind of looking down into the cockpit of the fighter jet, and it's got the turtles like ah, like, and there's like missiles coming off of it and everything. Like,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
maybe as an adult, I would look at it and go, "Wow, what was I thinking?" But the kid in me went like, "This is amazing!"
yeah,
Like,
yeah. You gotta just find that target audience, and I'm pretty sure it'd have been another kid doing the same thing. Like, this is
oh,
the
I'm
best
sure.
thing I've ever read.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like horrible beyond horrible. Like, but in my mind, like the Academy should be calling me. Like, somebody's gonna like pay for this movie. Like, in all reality, I was probably just gonna get sued by the owners of Top Gun and Ninja Turtles for stealing their property.
It said, "Hey, nope, nope, can't do that. Nope." Oh, what's one goal you hope to hit by the end of this year?
um, Paying off my debt.
You know, I don't even, I can't argue with that one right there. Oh man. If if I could tell kid me every time I say I can't wait
Mind your
to,
money.
yo, I can't wait to be a adult. Just be like, no, no, no. Stay
Um,
young forever.
I guess besides that would be not personal, like something I would physically do myself, but I would just like to see these songs help somebody. Like if they help somebody the way I they help me, like that's amazing to me. That's worth more than any monetary compensation. Like I, I mean, I got a few responses, and a lot of them were like, I had a brother I lost, and this song is just I wish I would have wrote this song.
Yeah,
And it's like when I hear stuff like that, it means that message is getting across, and people are feeling it, and it maybe it's helping them. Like that person could be listening to the song right now, and it working for them, like helping them find their light out of darkness.
yeah,
You know?
for sure. It's definitely a powerful enough song. It,
Yeah.
it definitely is a powerful enough song. So, before I release you and let you go back to doing you and chilling and relaxing and enjoying this beautiful day, hopefully where you are is beautiful because in South Dakota it's cold. No, you neither.
No,
Okay.
it's pretty gray outside right now. Jesus is crying.
I was like, hopefully it's nice where you are at least, because I'm like, it's just gray, cloudy here.
Yeah, it's not the sunny California right now that everybody goes, I'm going to move to California because it's always sunny. Don't come right now.
He said you would be very disappointed.
Wait for a week or two. Like let all this clear up.
Oh man, I wish I could say the same thing about South Dakota. I'm pretty sure we're getting as good as it's gonna get with the 50 degrees that we at right now. Pretty sure that's
That's
couple
about as hot
weeks.
as it's going to get right now.
Yeah, yep. Couple weeks from now, it's just probably gonna plummet, and we're gonna be like, dang it, should have enjoyed it just a little bit more.
You know what? I should come hang out with you then because I don't get cold.
See, well then you'll be perfect. You'll be perfect right in South Dakota.
I literally barbecued, like made carne asada on a grill in the middle of a snowstorm when I was in Denver one time.
Oh wow. Carne asada and see that
I
takes some
made
time
I
too.
spent the whole day like sourcing all the meat and the spices and everything in Denver, which is not easy to do
No,
because
that's
there's
not.
not a whole lot of Latino markets in Denver.
Nope.
So it took me forever to find everything. I finally got it all marinated. It was in the fridge for a couple hours, and I took it out. And right as I was about to cook it, like I was about to go outside and start the barbecue, I hear my aunt go, "Oh no!" I go, "What?" And she goes, "It's snowing. How are you going to cook the meat now?" I said, "Hell, I'm not." I put my jacket on and went outside, and I turned the barbecue on,
Yep.
and it was literally like snowing at a 45-degree angle. And I was like,
Yep. Then
like,
yep, the
but I
meat got a
literally had to
grill.
keep the grill closed because it was so cold. If I left it open, it wouldn't cook.
Well,
Like,
I'm then again, I'm not too surprised since Colorado ain't that far from South Dakota and seeming that last year we had almost 2 weeks straight of negative, almost teen. I was like, oh no, please warm up just a little bit. I would take zero. I, I take zero over negative 19 with a wind chill of negative 39. I would definitely take zero right now. I said, I don't think anybody should live where it gets below freezing on the regular.
yeah, like I go like my nephew plays hockey too, and I'll go watch his games, and I'll be dressed in a t-shirt like I am now, and a pair of shorts and sandals, and I'll walk in that place, and I see people that are bundled up, and they're like watching their kid play, and here I am, just like,
Go team.
go Mackay, do it, another goal, all right, kid. I'm
You're playing great.
over here like there's a little sweat coming off.
So, ooh, I need a cold beverage. It's getting hot in here. Said, y'all making me warm looking out all these layers are bundled in today. but as I said before we get out of here, just got one more question for you.
Sure.
For anyone chasing a dream right now, what's one piece of advice that you would give?
Don't give up. Just don't. If you've got a dream, follow it. There's many things I wish I would have done in my life that I'm too old to do them now. Like if I could go back, I would start hockey when I was 6 years old, like my nephew. But can't do that now. There's no chance a 50-year-old guy is gonna make it to the NHL.
You never know. LeBron's still playing at 40, 41, so you might be able to have a comeback resurgence on the sport.
but realistically,
Yeah.
but if you've got a dream, follow it. Be realistic. If your dream is to be the next Jordan or the next Gretzky, follow that dream, but be realistic.
Mhm.
Have a backup plan
Yeah.
because of all the kids that sign up for little league or sign up for basketball or they sign up for hockey, very few of them are even going to make it to college. And the ones that make it to college, very few of them are even going to make it to the NHL.
Yep.
You know, and if you've got that dream, follow it, but be realistic and have a backup plan. Get your education too. Don't just play your hockey or play your basketball all day and just expect I'm going to be on Lakers one day.
Yeah.
You're statistically probably more likely to win the lottery than you are to become a pro. But so if in the event that your dream doesn't pan out, you have something, you have a degree or an education you can back up on and still make a living, but live that dream, man.
Yeah.
If you're doing something you like, you don't work a day in your life, you know?
Yeah. That's what my father always used to tell me. If you work in a
Yeah.
job that you truly love, it's not a job.
Yeah. I would have given anything to hell. If they asked me now at 50, come play on the Kings, I'd be like, I'll do it for free. You don't even have to pay me. I'll do it for free.
He said, right,
Like,
what do you want me to do, coach?
yeah, exactly. Where do you want me to sit? You want me to keep that spot of the bench warm or that spot?
I got you. I can do it.
the
I'll be cheering. Hey, you need some water, Gatorade, whatever you need. Yep.
the only other thing I would say when it pertains to that, not just follow your dreams, like surround yourself with people who accept that and would encourage that dream. The last thing you want to do is be like, I want to be a musician, and you're dating somebody that's like, F that. Why you need to get a real job? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You
No.
know, you
Yes, sir.
you want to be with somebody that supports music, or if you're a baseball player, be somebody that be with somebody that wants to come to your games and wants to encourage you to play and is not screaming in your ear, but that's all you do. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You are
find somebody
100%.
who loves doing what you love doing. You
Oh
know,
my good. Oh my goodness, sir. You are preaching today. You got your collar on that. We gonna call
and
you
the Lord said,
we gonna call your father closer right there. Yeah. You was that was a yes, sir. You are 100% right. To follow your dreams and be exactly with somebody who's going to back you up.
I love music and she loves music. We go to concerts all the time. We go to concerts I love, we go to concerts she loves, but we both go.
Said both go. Might not like the
Yeah.
music of the other choice, but you
She wasn't really much of a Metallica fan, and I wanted to go to a Metallica concert, and we went. And she was like, which, by the way, going to a Metallica concert, the first time I went, absolutely opened my eyes. I didn't know Metallica had fans from every corner of the world.
yep.
Growing up, all the people that liked Metallica, like I did, were predominantly long haired white people.
Yep.
And I went to a Metallica concert and I was like, there is a straight up like East LA gang member right there with a
Yes, sir.
Metallica shirt on. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it shocked me like that there were so many different worlds and ethnicities out there that you didn't really see like in my day and going in
Right.
school. And, you know, we were all like those like long haired stoner guys.
No,
And you never looked over and like saw a black guy sitting next to you or like a Mexican guy over there. Like, but going to a Metallica concert, like they got fans everywhere. And I was like, this is cool as shit. Like,
you
this
are.
is really cool.
Yes, it was surprising when I was in elementary in my sixth grade class. I'm like, oh, I like Metallica. I like Metallica. I'm like, do I say I like Metallica? And I said, I was like, well, I like Metallica too. And they was like, you? Like, is that weird? Like,
You know,
yeah.
there's a video out there. I don't know what the girl's name was, but she was on Instagram and she was wearing like a little white girl and she was wearing a Metallica shirt and people started giving her crap for it. Oh, you're not a true Metallica fan, blah, 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 blah. And her next video, she posted her sitting there with her guitar and shredding a Metallica song. And then was like, there you
Right.
go.
There you go. Don't
Like,
tell
that was the
me.
biggest clapback was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Don't tell me what I don't know and don't
yeah.
like.
And I thought that was just awesome. She was like, oh, really? Not
Right.
only do I like them, I can play their stuff. Can you?
I and
Like,
she definitely got me beat. I love they stuff, but I can't play it. But
yeah.
if I could play Enter the Sandman, I'm pretty sure everybody in my household would be mad because I'm not gonna stop playing it.
I'll tell you this, like, don't just don't even try to learn Am I Evil? Like that I learned that song and it is death to my hand every time I play it.
Every time.
It's literally like 6.5, almost 7 minutes of just raw speed. It does not slow down the whole song. Your hand is just all over. And it's just like after 7 minutes, your fingers are smoking, just looking up at you like, please stop. Like,
I couldn't imagine doing that song for a set and then you're like, whoo, my hands is on fire and they be like, all right, next song, cue up. Like, oh my
yeah.
God.
And then you see them live and they bust out that song and then they do three songs equally as bad after it.
Like, oh my goodness.
Like, dude's like 60 years old doing this. Like, I couldn't do it when I was 15.
Yes, then ah man. I thought playing violin was pretty bad once I started playing it, but then I look at my little introduction mastery level versus to some of the ones that's are in orchestra on actual orchestra, and you be like, oh no, okay. I just know the basics. That is what a master looks like. Okay, that's not what I'm doing.
I'm just a basic B over here, you know.
Like, yeah, you know what? I remember,
You just do you.
yeah, I remember one time it was like our final exam, and we was doing a song for our violin exam, and I'm playing, and it was like a kind of like a duel between one of the classmates, and her name was Becky, and I'm playing, I'm thinking I'm doing good, and she got to this song. I don't know who let her pick this song or why she picked this. Well, I guess I know why she picked the song because couldn't nobody else play this. She busted out a song that was next level. I'm like, that what in the book? This not in our little
She's
practice book.
violining like Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, wait, what song did she learn? Wait, I'm like, is this in the back of the book with the expert level or something? Like her book does not look like ours or something. This is not right. I was like, we
I
gotta
feel like this is definitely the last song on Guitar Hero.
exactly. I was like, yeah.
Unexpert with fire.
I said she done learned in eighth grade how to do basically orchestra music. Yeah, she got it. Can I just get my passing grade on the curve?
You're just hoping you're on part of the curve,
Yeah, just
not on the flat part.
like I'd be happy if I'm the person that makes us get the curve at this point. Like, okay, because of Andrew just barely made it, y'all get all everybody above him made it. Thank you. I'm good with that.
You know what? I ain't first, but I ain't last.
That exactly. Like I ain't the worst of them all.
It's like that the Red Bull commercial where the gazelles are like, I don't have to run faster than him. I have to run faster than you.
Yep, that is the general consensus.
All you just got to be is not last.
Yep. So that's why I be always telling people I'm like, I don't know how in a scary movie people be getting tired. That I understand running for a long period of time, but I be feeling like in certain situations that adrenaline should overkick and overcome some of them situations. I mean,
All I got to say is like, as a white person myself, I don't understand why they got to go open the closet and see what the noise is.
me neither.
Just
I
get out. Just run. You're in a horror movie. Go that way.
go that
Go
way.
that way. Go that way. Go that way. Just don't stay here.
You saw a random person in your house go down the steps to your basement and close the door, and you gonna go behind them and check. Why? Go outside, call who you need to call, and let them figure it out. Don't be that person where you like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate. It never ends well. Haven't we learned this after all of the scary movies? It never ends well. Nobody ever hears the little girl crying and didn't have no kids, and the situation ends well when they go to investigate.
You, you hear screaming and gurgling sounds on the other side of the door.
No,
Pick up your car keys.
leave. Leave. Don't open the door
Smart
and
thing to
say,
do.
"Oh, it's probably just grandma having one of her moments again." No.
No, grandma's in there leaking.
Granny then crawled up the stairs. Oh, she do this all the time. With on all fours with her head twisting around. Granny does this all the time.
With about 8, 9 knives sticking out of her.
Yeah, she does this all the time. Okay, well, I'm glad it's normal for you.
If that's normal, I'm out.
Like, count me out. You have a great day. Don't ask me to come back over. Oh man. But I'm glad that we had this moment in time to talk, man. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too.
I did too, man.
I
This was a good,
appreciate
what
it.
was it, like an hour?
Yes,
I think
sir.
more
Yeah.
than that, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit over, just a little bit over. I got fun added in the day, so that's the fun. I finally found a job where I'm actually having fun with, like how we said, it's not a career. I mean, it's not a job no more to me. I'm
Yeah.
actually, I'm
You're
actually,
enjoying it, then it's not work.
yeah, I'm actually getting a chance just to connect with other musicians and talk and have a platform where we can just have fun, chill, talk about music, talk about personal life, talk about what
Yeah.
we're doing in our personal life, how we've been feeling about certain situations going on. I had
Yeah.
a I had an indie artist on here not too last week that his album was a political statement. So I let people have their free moments to let them express themselves, and I'm glad I finally got the opportunity to do that. So, and I'm glad I got to bring you on the journey with me, and I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to bring you and your brother Ken along. So, I
I'm
appreciate
glad you brought me into it, man.
it.
I had a great day and I'm glad we're getting his name out there.
I'm glad too, because that song and this album, I know it's gonna be a masterpiece, and it's gonna be one of those that somebody's gonna resonate with, and it's gonna be a lot of messages coming that I listened to this song and it changed me.
Yeah.
I had them. I was at a dark place, and this song found me, and it brightened that moment up to the point where I could actually breathe and
Yeah.
listen to not the voice telling me to do something crazy, but the person that I lost telling me, "Hey, look, fight. I know you lost me, but you ain't got to lose yourself."
Exactly.
So I appreciate you actually taking the time and sitting down with me. joining the Yaktown frequency with Yaktown Drew. I appreciate it, sir.
Nice. Thank you, man. Thank you for
You,
having me.
you are welcome. Everybody that was RW Closer, check out his song My Brother and this album Lost Love and Redemption. The lyric video is out on YouTube. So please go and check it out and join the experience that we both have been talking about this whole time. The experience of his brother's Ken Light. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And have a great day, sir, and enjoy the rest of it.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great one, man.
You too. Have a good day.
Bye.